Good morning, everybody. Good morning, grandmas. Update video on the Mercari laptop.
Do it!
If you've been following the channel, you saw a video I put out about the stolen Mercari laptop. I'm not gonna go over all of it. If you wanna check out that backstory, I'll put a link to it. But I got a laptop in the mail that I bought off of Mercari for very cheap that had laser etching, property of Department of Education, New York City. I didn't want a stolen laptop. I easily cracked the guy's password based off of his password hint, found his email, tried to recover the email password, and then it gave me his phone number. I gave him a call.
Cow! So someone must have, that's amazing.
A lot of people in the comments said it sounded very fishy, and based on the information I presented, I could totally see that. I had a couple of conversations with this guy via text message and via voice. He was willing to pay me whatever I paid for the laptop to mail it back to him. Based off of that fact alone, I'm 99.9% certain he was not the one who tried to sell it on Mercari. The gentleman was in his late 50s or early 60s. He's a principal of an elementary school, and it sounded like he didn't know if he had a computer stolen because he couldn't remember if he had misplaced it or if somebody had broken into his car, but there was no sign of breakage. He might have set it down somewhere and then somebody else picked it up, swiped it, but he wasn't sure if he had misplaced it or if it had gotten stolen. Therefore, was surprised that I had the computer. So I don't really think he was playing any fishy games, especially if he was okay with me going to the police with his name. He wasn't worried about any of that. Initially, I just wanted to do a chargeback on my credit card and mail him the laptop back. But I saw this as an opportunity to see how Mercari would respond to this situation. So I called Mercari, and they put me in contact with their investigation department or like a late returns department, and that was via email only. Between the emails, it was very polite. There was one thing that stuck out that I didn't really like from Mercari, and that was that it said that they were going to do this as a one-time courtesy. That sounds like, to me, that, hey, this is kind of like your fault. We're gonna do this one time. When in fact, by saying we're going to make a one-time exception, it sounds like if something fishy, stolen happened in the future, they wouldn't step in and do anything, which I really didn't like their response to that. But within my email correspondence with Mercari, they wanted me to have some sort of police documentation to further the investigation. That day, I headed over to the local precinct here, Midland Police Department, with the computer. Went to a very dark room that looked like it was closed with a little speaking area with bulletproof glass, and told the guy, I think I bought a stolen computer off the internet. I printed out all the emails and messages, gave it to them, and he said, well, what do you want us to do with it? He was very caught off guard, and since I wasn't the victim, I can't really file a police report. It was the person who got the computer stolen from them was the victim. They should be the one filing a police report. But I told them I really didn't want a stolen computer. What else could I do? The police department told me I could hand it over as evidence, filled out a form, found property, I guess is what it was considered. So I handed it over to them as found property. Never to be seen again, right?
I mean, it'll go into property and evidence and presumably get to New York.
Hopefully. Do you guys ship it there? Like, you guys cover that cost? Like,
I have no idea. They're a completely separate department than me. Let me go around, I'll get you a case number for found property.
I text messaged the owner a picture of the found property thing. I said, they want you to file a police report in your precinct, and then they will figure out how to get the laptop back to New York. I took a picture of the found property card, sent it to Mercari. They then said that sufficed for documentation of police intervention, and they refunded me my $188. So that pretty much concludes the Mercari stolen mystery laptop, laser etched laptop. I got my refund. The seller got his sell price. Big shout out to Mercari for taking care of the situation in a pretty professional manner. And also big shout out to Midland Police Department for taking care of that side of things, I guess. We still don't know how the computer was stolen. We don't know if the guy who actually sold it stole it, or if he got it somewhere along the product chain. It was stolen or found and then sold on OfferUp or whatever in order to get it onto eventually onto Mercari. So those things remain a mystery. If you have any crazy Mercari stories, I would love to hear about them in the comments section. If you want to connect with me, best way is on Instagram or in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.